Amia Baumik, Professor Amia Baumik from the President and the Vice Chancellor of Lincoln University, Malaysia. Good morning, sir. And also we have the Chairperson of Sri Lanka Foundation Institution, Ms. Champika. Good morning, ma'am. And also we have the Director of Studies, Head of Academic, I would call, at Sri Lanka Foundation, Dr. Vijayaratna. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Good morning,
Ivan. And also we have some of the distinguished staff members of Sri Lanka Foundation and also the country office of Sri Lanka, and also those who have come online from the Malaysian counterpart. I can see some of my colleagues are just peeping through the window to see what is happening in postgraduate in Sri Lanka. I could see some of the faces. Thank you for coming online. And if you could help me, and then and there, when queries come up, yes, we expect you to help. And also, we have quite a large number of students who have joined this webinar. Two reasons. One, knowing that they are in good hands. Simple as that. Knowing that they are in good hands. So let me see. There will be a little bit of introduction given by Ma'am Champika, the chairperson of Sri Lanka Foundation. In fact,
hi Roshan, can you hear me now?
Of course, I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay.
Nice to see you. Right. And Sri Lanka Foundation Institution is a government-owned institution in Sri Lanka for the benefit of those students and actually the scholars. You don't see students here. We only see scholars because we have invited all these people who want to embark on research and progress their career. So this lovely morning, I cordially invite Chairperson to grace this occasion with few words before I go and explain what this is all about. Ma'am, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Roshan. Do we have the Vice Chancellor here with us?
I think he was here and he has left, or he's here. I can see he's here, but I can't see his picture.
Okay, never mind. So good morning, everybody. I hope that you can all hear me very well. I would like a few of you to speak up and say yes here and there, because I kind of feel I'm talking to a blank wall. So if you do happen to hear me properly, I consider it a very great privilege, together with the Vice Chancellor of Lincoln University, to welcome you all who have registered yourselves to pursue a PhD or master's in your chosen areas with us. And just a small introduction. I know Roshan also gave a very, very brief introduction, but for those who are still not very familiar with the Sri Lankan Foundation Institute and maybe its functions, I would like to mention that we originally, this was a sort of a grant given by the German from Germany. We have been, it was given as a grant to us, but now it's a fully state-owned institution. And we do have a history of about 50 years in adult education, and we are a state-owned institution. And actually, though this year we have been put under the Ministry of Mass Media, we do come directly under the head of state of this country, which is the president. So I'd like to mention to you that we have earned a really very good name for our HNDs and diploma certificates, and we have a very good reputation for our training programs and workshops and various other things. We do conduct even now our HND programs mostly on social sciences like career guidance and psychology and counseling, aged care, etc. But we have now affiliated ourselves with the Lincoln University College to do, to widen the scope of the HNDs, and we have more unique and current subjects which are also which would enable a student to pursue an HND for 2 years and then again another year of a degree state and then go to a degree state just by following a year's course. So we do have some unique courses, and actually it includes a lot of areas like even engineering and tourism and multimedia technology and biotechnology and fashion management and even artificial intelligence and data science. I'm really happy that we have been able to gather all these and with the Lincoln University, and we are offering students on those things because these are very unique and current subjects, I would say. And a student has now the platform to study all these things and even get a degree by pursuing another year of degree status. Then from there, I would like to say also that you can go and do your master's and even go on to do your PhD. There are some of these HNDs where we offer also internships, and even some of them offer job prospects. So those are very huge steps that we have taken actually for SLFI currently. And these were all very trying times, and I'm actually very happy that we have been able to gather so many of you who would like to do your master's and PhD. The second batch is also very important. We have had 40 odd people in our first batch of PhD holders. So at this juncture, I would like to tell all of you that as the head of a state-owned institution, I would like to give you the assurance that throughout your studies here with us and with the Lincoln University, we are always there. We take the full responsibility of your career path and the pathways of your studies. And as a state-owned institution, the education that you're pursuing has a great value, and it does have a great recognition all over the world. So you have chosen a right place to come, and I'm really extremely thankful to you for choosing us and joining with us to pursue your pathways. And Mr. Shoshan, our country director, and also Mr. Udaya, our public relations officer for Lincoln University and SLFI, will always be there to help you out in anything. If you do have any problems, please do not hesitate to contact us. We are always there to help you in anything. So I wish all of you a very bright future, and I think it's time I hand this to Roshan. So let me wish you good luck in your studies and everything else. Everyone's all right.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words, I believe. Let me add something what actually the chairperson missed. Let me add that ma'am was explaining that the culture of the Sri Lanka Foundation, actually the establishment, state-owned establishment, and the assurance and the security, confidence, which is lacking nowadays in many educational institutions. So that confidence she has added. Let me tell you something again, which was not there. That's basically the culture, the subculture. You know, when it sounds like state-owned institution, you might think, oh, is this going to be another institution where it's going to drag our program? Is this going to be an institution where we can't talk to anyone? People will not answer phones? Holidays? Oh, no, I'm sorry. If you pick the last word that the chairperson was talking, we are here. She's personally there all 7 days. That's the key here. She herself is there all 7 days. So that means this inherits, this culture gets inherited further down. It inculcates the attitudes, the whole staff, including our office, which is situated within the premises. So you are in good hands. You will have 24/7 support. Usually I heard that with our first batch, PhD students do contact our associates late night to solve their queries, because knowing all these scholars are really busy people. We are all busy. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into action. Dr. Vijayaratna, good morning to you, Doctor, again. Would you like to add some words? ඔබතුමාට වචන කීපයක්
Yeah, we'll talk the end of the session in question sessions. We can do something.
Okay. You want to take the hard part, huh? You want to take the role of answering the questions.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. See. He's ready now.
He's always been the savior. So it's a consolation to all you students who are pursuing your careers.
Yes.
Dr. Vijayaratna is he's a pillar of strength to all of you. I would like to mention that also at this time. He's always there to help you, and if there is any troubleshooting, he's the one who should contact you. He's also always having very, very bright ideas and give you the, how to angle out of it. So there you are. A great person. So all of you.
Please explain what we are going to do. Then at the end, I will join with the question sessions.
Understood, Doctor. Thank you very much. Great. As you can see, he's ready to take your questions. He's not there to preach. He's not there to tell stories. He's ready and readily, willingly waiting until you raise your questions. I have some of the questions in the chat box. I think after I take you through a presentation, you would understand that many of your questions will be resolved. But I'll keep an eye on this corner to see if I have not touched any of those, then probably I'll take them one by one. Okay? Having been said that, I must also congratulate the students who had joined our PhD program and completed their first semester, heading towards the second semester, were also handpicked students. We must tell you that we had 800 inquiries last intake. We handpicked students who could be and study with us. We screened. But today, we are trying to give more opportunities where we have learned the methodology of delivery, and we have learned how this could be given to the students. Therefore, we have gained experience and we are matured. That doesn't mean that this is the first batch of PhD. Oh, no, my God. For the last 2 decades, Lincoln is been producing PhDs. We have few students who had completed this PhD while studying in Malaysia, and they have come back to this country and they are working in few state-owned universities, and some of them are in research institutions after completing their PhDs. So, my dear friends, you are not the first bunch of students. As if I talk now, we have more than 2,000 PhD students who are with Lincoln, and not less than 3,000 students who are doing master's degree. So this is an international timetable. This is an international program delivered through Sri Lanka Foundation. I think, Mr. Udaya, can you please help some of the students want to know how to get in touch with Sri Lanka Foundation? Might you, because some of the departments are not fully functioning, we would like you to directly contact the public relation officer to get any information. Mr. Udaya, please share your contact number, and also please do share the link, the online application, so that those who have not enrolled or those who have not requested information or those who have not applied can apply through that link or get in touch with you, right? So please, I think Mr. Uday has been listening to this. Please share this information with the students. Okay, let me share my screen. Please share my screen. Let me see. I see a lot of queries. Okay. I can see Professor is there, but sure.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. We missed you on the screen, actually.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
let me hold on. Let me put you in action, sir. Wait. Let me put you in action. Good morning, Professor. Thank you for coming.
Good morning to all of you, Roshan.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Professor, we have invited students. We have 200 odd scholars who have joined, about 200, and still joining. Potential students who want to follow the PhD programs with us, many of them, and also the master's program with us by research. So this is the team that we have invited today, and also we appreciate your presence, your good self, and would like to grace this occasion with your inspiring words. In fact, you make life so easy for PhD students. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Roshan. And very good morning to our chairman of the Sri Lankan Foundation and the colleagues of Sri Lankan Foundation and our country director, Mr. Roshan, and our officers and also the research scholars who have joined today for these particular information gathering sessions. Now, often when we embark on higher studies, be it undergraduate, which all of us have gone through, after undergraduate, when we have joined master's degree, also some kind of phobia, and when we join PhD, some kind of phobia. So I can understand today what you are going through, the people who are interested and people who have joined in. Now, what is going through in your mind today? I can tell you what 99% people exactly goes through this effort. I remember when I joined with my undergraduate, BSc in biology, the first 6 months, I was in a real kind of dilemma. Why dilemma? Because I wanted to get first class. So that kind of dream always made me the dilemma. After undergraduate, master degree, can I finish? Can I take it on? So first 2-3 months, that dilemma. And this dilemma is nothing but cognitive argument within each and every human being. Cognitive argument. And this cognitive argument, you can only overcome if you cultivate the entrepreneurial, cultural habit. Before that, I know all of you are discussing about culture. Culture, of course, country's culture, the family culture, and then the individual culture. The individual culture. The individual culture is made up of nothing but how much you can cultivate in your head the entrepreneurial idea. Now, when I say entrepreneurial idea, it's not like how much money you are making. It's not like whether you are starting your business or not. The entrepreneurial characteristics of an individual is nothing but the courage, nothing but how strong your thinking process of positivism, optimistic. There is no such thing, pessimistic word should exist into an individual mind. The word entrepreneur does not exist with pessimistic thinking process. The word entrepreneur, nothing but all the time, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can achieve it. The word yes is equivalent to entrepreneur with optimistic. I remember one of the French philosophers and at the same time Indian philosopher Swami Vivekananda, he said, people say, oh, luck is created by God. He said, no, luck, you are the one who creates your luck. And how you create your luck? Good luck. It is how much you have that entrepreneurism, optimism, thinking in your blood. Having said that, whatever we take on in our life, we must take it on with full entrepreneurs. And the entrepreneurship, take the courage, take it and move forward. The Titanic ship, I do not know how many of you have seen the Titanic movie. The ship was going to sink. The boy and lady. The lady doesn't want to allow the boy to jump. And at the same time, boy wants the lady to jump as well. And finally, the boy said, you jump, I jump. That the jumping, that nothing but entrepreneurial courage. They knew that they jump into the ocean, 99% they will not survive. But they also knew staying in sinking ship also will die. Let's take that courage of entrepreneurism. Let's take the courage of optimism. So the Swami Vivekananda said, you are the writer of your good luck. And the writer of a good luck, nothing but how much entrepreneurism, optimism you have in your head. So having said that, today, if you are thinking, can you complete PhD? Can you complete masters? Can this degree be recognized? Can I get the degree and can I get my salary increase? These are nothing but linked with pessimistic. But what you need to do is entrepreneurial thinking. Why you want to do PhD? Why you want to do masters? That need to ask yourself. The first thing, because you want to enhance your critical thinking, not because of money. If the moment you say, I want to get that degree because I will get my extra salary, $100, $200, $500. But if you think that I need to have this qualification because it will help me to enhance my self-confidence, I can stand in front of everyone. I can conquer the world. And that kind of optimistic thinking should be added onto this qualification. The moment you have this optimistic thinking, then all these ideas of whether if I get master degree, PhD degree, can I get higher job? Can I get extra salary? Whether my disqualification is recognized or not. So the moment all these coming in, so purpose of joining into masters and PhD defeats. So this is where, so if you are thinking today, can you complete PhD masters? With entrepreneur, you should be saying yes. When I joined my PhD, that was 1986, immediate after my master degree. I completed my PhD within 2 years while working for university. So I had a lot of traveling, but those days no internet. Those days no internet library. At night, I remember I had to sit down in the library because daytime I was working. Nighttime, I had to pull out the journal, read the journal, write the literature review. Today, you are lucky. Everything is on your handphone. So things have become much more easier, convenient. And therefore, the thinking process, what you have today of master and PhD should be much more easier. And I'm sure by joining with Lincoln, by joining with our partner Sri Lankan Foundation, and our country director is always there to support you to have your PhD qualification and master qualification. Excuse me. Now, what you need to have, our PhD is quite vigorous. You need to have minimum 4 publications. Out of 4 publications, 2 publications must be Scopus indexed Q3 journal, and another 2 can be international reviewed journal. And you need to attend 2 international seminars. And these 2 international seminars more onto presenting your research paper. Now, this is much more easy, my friend. I'll give you the tips. The moment you join, on a daily basis, write 1 page. 1 page. So now 1 page in 365 days. So how many pages you will be writing? You will be writing 1095 pages, 1095 pages. I only need 35% of these pages. Not even 35 pages, 300 pages is enough. So you can see that how easily you can achieve. And having PhD, you can write title doctor in front of your name. Write doctor title in front of your name. And with that title, you can literally build your that entrepreneurial self-esteem pretty higher. That gives much more higher, that allows you to have extra passport to stand in front of many people and speak confidently. So these are the few advantages you will find in PhD, of course. The job and etc. that you know, I'm not going to touch that one. Most important, create that entrepreneurial mentality in your head. So with this, I do not want to and I appreciate our Sri Lankan Foundation colleagues and our country director, Mr. Roshan, to take forward to make the island country of Sri Lanka the knowledge house in SAARC countries. So with this, thank you once again. May God continue to bless all of us with our choicest prayers. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor. Those are really inspiring words to hear.
Yes, thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let me take you through a brief presentation which will explain about the university Sri Lanka Foundation. And hopefully, Prof, will you be hanging around with us, or your good self will have to move around?
If you give me permission, because you are the big boss.
I know. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Thank you very much. Appreciate. You're always there. So this is just before your good self leave. I want to add something.
Sure.
What the culture, which is not there written on the web, or which is not written anywhere, you could see from the inception of talking, all the administrative staff is available for the students to access, starting from the enrollment up to Vice Chancellor. The students do have access. That's our culture. So you could see that not easy to have a Vice Chancellor addressing a group of potential students who would like to join. Mike, yourself, thank you very much, sir, once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will.
Thank you, Professor. It is always good to have you with us on our webinars. You inspire everybody and you give so much of inspiration plus so much of courage to everybody. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right. Next, I would like to share you my screen to quickly take you through a Can all of you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me take you through a brief presentation. I've seen a lot of questions that you have posted. So this presentation will help you and it will give answers to many questions. So as we have explained, still, if we have further questions, we are ready to answer at the end of the session. So welcome to this postgraduate webinar organized by Sri Lanka Foundation Institute and as well as Lincoln University, Malaysia. As you can see, for the benefit of the students, scholars who have not seen Sri Lanka Foundation, only heard the name. So I would like to share a couple of pictures. It's located in Colombo 7, right? For the benefit of the students who have not seen, this is the symbolic tree that you see in Torrington Square. And this is how it looks like, right? The look and feel. And for the benefit of the students who have not seen live Lincoln in Malaysia, would like to share some pictures. See, the physical appearance is more important. We have few campuses in Malaysia, few physical campus. This is because of conventional university college. Let me explain who these partners are, why we have joined hands, who are we. quick brief introduction, but man has told that from 1974 onwards, Sri Lanka Foundation is existing, and its existence is basically under the Parliament Act law called Foundation Law. And as ma'am explained, because of portfolio segregation, usually the foundation institution comes under the purview of His Excellency office. It is being governed by a board of members appointed by the chair, by His Excellency, usually. The Malaysian University is establishment of great Abraham Lincoln. The name Lincoln is from the great Abraham Lincoln, is the ex-president of Prime Minister of US. So you may see this name not only in Malaysia, not only in US, in UK, New Zealand, USA, Australia, many countries, because this is a franchise. Lincoln University, the name itself is a franchise. So this Lincoln University, this degree is offered from the Malaysian establishment. You know, the Malaysian establishment is establishment which is catering the entire African region and some part of the Asian region, including China. We have very strong presence in China and India. So those are the two largest nations. So the Lincoln is strongly present in China and India, starting from medical studies up to social sciences. So I don't have to explain you what we do in those countries. In Sri Lanka, except medical and dentistry, we are offering other programs. Having been said that, I always tell my students, and always I tell the people who have come to listen to the speech, I always like to tell what is not there on the web, because in today's modern context, everyone has access to this information in few clicks. You just click on Google, you will find what it's all about, right? So therefore, I always like to explain what is not in the web. If you see, as some questions were raised, whether it's UGC recognized, yes, we are UGC recognized. So what is not there? You do not know that there are 25,000 undergraduate and postgraduate in-campus, off-campus students for the Malaysian establishment only, right? And LUC has produced over 100,000 for the past 2 decades. So this is not a small number. And the Malaysian establishment is in operation over 30 countries. The LUC graduates have secured employment across the globe. Mind you, I must add something else to this. In Sri Lanka or out of the country, we have an alumni of employability 99%. Because our graduates are not idling in India. Over 2,500 pursuing their degree programs in 15 institutions in Sri Lanka. That is the Sri Lankan operation. The university has been operating here for the last 10 years. LUC has LUC has this, for the past 10 years, we have produced graduates, masters, and PhDs in Sri Lanka. And the alumni is about 100,000. It's quite large. So this information is not there. And also, I would like to add the subculture once again, the transparency and the quality. Number one is the transparency of our operations. That is why many foreign international universities do not join hands with state-owned institutions in the country because they lack of transparency, they lack of quality. Why we have joined? Because we are very transparent and we practice and maintain high standards. Not only with Sri Lanka Foundation, the Lincoln has established partnerships with many allied science associations affiliated with Health Ministry to run our allied health programs. So you know that it's not just the uni would like to produce people, we like to produce quality scholars, quality PhDs, right? As Professor explained, the minimum publication of scopus would be 2 journal articles in our research. We don't have coursework. We don't want our scholars to read and memorize things. These are all by research. But we used to give them the essential tools to do research. That we do. We do give them tools. We do introduce them research. We do expose the students to research methodology, the processes, the computer applications, the modern techniques used to do research, and guide them step by step. From the inception itself, we guide them up to the publication. That is the responsibility that we have taken. And mind you, this program is system driven, well structured. We don't like to waste any more time. It is well structured, is systematic, and your supervisors will be appointed. The co-supervisor can be from Sri Lanka or elsewhere, or the primary supervisor will be appointed by the university. Again, don't expect that supervisor to be a Malaysian. He might be a British, he might be an Australian, he might be a Philippine, he might be a Bangladesh, he might be a Nepali. Because Lincoln has a pool of over 300 scholars from 30 different countries. So you see this vibrant, multicultural, multi-ethnic discipline that we have applied. And also the university has welcomed our local researchers, our local scholars, and also, for your information, the engineering faculty dean, who is presently as the dean of engineering faculty, is a Sri Lankan professor who graduated. His first degree is from Peradeniya University as civil engineer. He went on to do his master's in Lincoln, and then he has become the dean of the faculty, very senior person, professor. So we have a Sri Lankan also. Now also he's overlooking the engineering faculty in Australia. So Australian Lincoln is directly linked with Malaysian. Right. So I have told, which is not there on the web, right? And people were talking of recognition. Let me just share some information. LUC qualifications are recognized over 150 countries, authorized by Higher Education Ministry of Malaysia, QA. They are associate member of Commonwealth Universities, London. We are a member of full membership of International Association of Universities, AIU, Paris. And we are a member of WHO. And also we are a member of International Association of Schools, Social Work, IASSW, recognized by Sri Lankan grant commission UGC as a foreign university. That's our recognition. Well, you see some of the key people at the university: Pro-Chancellor, President, who spoke to you, Dr. Amia, Professor Aumia, and we have Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors, etc. And we have the faculty deans: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 faculty deans. And also, these are the programs that are offered: PhD 16, Masters 39, Bachelor's 39, Diploma 23, and Certificate. So you could see, by looking at the faculties, we are a full-fledged university. We have more than 100 programs approved by the Malaysian government of higher education, and also quite a lot of PhD programs with us. So all our PhD programs are by research, and we expect our students to complete the program in 3 years' time. Our master's programs, minimum 1 year, maximum 2 years. Some of the programs are by research, some of the programs are by coursework. So depending on the program, you might have to offer some coursework. Sometimes clearly you have to do research. So these are the field of study. Some of the questions were posted in our question box. Health science, we have PhD and masters. A lot of health science PhDs and masters. Health science related programs. We have allied health science related programs. We have life science related programs. These are faculties. We have business and accounting. We have engineering and built environment, because basically engineering. We have all types of engineering: mechanical, civil. We have aviation. We have electronics, electrical, automobile, etc. Life science, we have biotechnology, biomedical, biochemistry, all these things. Allied health, we have many programs starting from nursing, physiotherapy, pharmacy, radiography, imaging technology, then some of the health management related programs. Social sciences, we have a lot of PhDs, education, psychology, you name it. We have many. You can choose from our list. Computer science, we have PhDs, and masters we have, and hospitality management as well. So these fields of studies, if you are in one of these fields, you could pursue your higher qualification or the doctoral degree or the master degree. The international university benchmark. Oh, this is what I like. We would like to always benchmark ourselves among the other universities in the world. And also, we like to benchmark ourselves with Sri Lankan few universities. I don't see any private university, private funded. Some of the state universities we can benchmark. Let me take you through that. So Lincoln University has 5-star rating by the Malaysian government from 2017 onwards up to now. In Malaysia, all these universities, degree awarding institutions are being evaluated by the government every 3 to 5 years and place them in a category. Sometimes you get 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. Maximum 6. So 6-star is a really, really good university. Excellent university, I would call. But only international university I saw in that is Monash, Australia, who is operating in Malaysia, is been given 6-star, and obvious we all know the quality of that. But not far behind, the Lincoln is in category 5. That means 5-star. Having 5-star is also not easy. Even 1-star is good. 1-star is considered good. So you could imagine the rest. Also, we are ranked by the Times Higher Education plus 35 for our quality education. In the aspect of quality education, we have ranked 35. Some of them were asking what is the Times ranking. For the benefit of those, for quality education, we have been ranked 35. And another person was asking what is the QS ranking. That is 351 QS ranking. I have to tell you, everyone, this ranking we got in 2021 just after participating for the first time. You know how difficult it is to list universities under the QS. We were directly listed and also we were given a rank. You know how many universities are listed in Sri Lanka? Very few. I can show you. Times Higher Education, we have been there for the last 5 years and we were progressing. We were somewhere around 600, we were somewhere around 300, we are around 80. Now we are 35. You could see you are with a growing university. That's what important. You must always be with a growing institution. This is what is important. This is what is important, right? And also, if you can see, LUC is among the 7 universities of multi-rank Malaysia. And also we are ISO certified, not just tag, not for the name tag. It's a really, we practice ISO and it's an ISO installed education institution. The benchmarking, as I tell you, we cannot tell ourselves that we are the best. We are the leaders, we are the pioneers. These words we shouldn't be using unless we compare ourselves with somebody over there. The comparison allows us to tell where we stand. So I always like this comparison. We always like to benchmark ourselves, to compare, to measure, to survey, to process, to see where we are. That's all about this. Now, if you take the Times Higher Education ranking, this ranking, for the benefit of those, now there are a lot of fancy ranking in all around, web ranking, all these are all fancy ranking, I would call fancy. You see, QS ranking is a good ranking. The Times ranking is a good ranking. So let me start with Times and then explain the QS. Times ranking 2021 for quality education, you can see the impact ranking is measured with UN's 17 sustainable development goals. You know what is sustainable development goals of United Nations? There are 17. I'm sure that most of you, all of you are quite aware, part of you know this stuff. But then out of that, number 4 is quality education. Number 4 is quality education. So the universities are ranked by quality education. What is the contribution to the society? Some of you must be wondering, quality education is tough. Quality education is all about difficult for students to clear exams. Quality education is all about being a state university. No, my dear friends, quality education is all about, as Professor explained, the impact the students and the staff and the university had made to the society. Now, why Lincoln has progressed fast? Not because quality means what they have done in the past, especially last year, 2020, during the COVID. What did they do? I know their medical faculty, the dental faculty, the nursing faculty, they were helping not only the students, they were helping the public in Malaysia. They were helping in all means of PCR test, everything. They were helping the government, they were helping the public. Because this is a pandemic. The hospitals alone will not do this job. So all these medical professionals came forward. We have research in our own medical faculty. We have our own patents. You can go and check our web. We have patents for cancer procedures, 3 patents, and we have many journal publications. Some of the publications are done in health, some of them are in engineering, some of them are social sciences. So it is not just a university, it has given a lot of things to the society. So this is taken into consideration when the ranking is given. Not only how it is being taught in the university, what are the graduates doing out there? That is also considered in this kind of ranking. They do a kind of a survey. Even QS, they do a survey. But the Times look at a much broader aspect of evaluation, right? So you know the 17 SDGs under that quality education. I would say if you compare in Malaysia, we are 35 in Malaysia. See, you have many other Malaysian universities rated further below of ours. Right? This is in Malaysia, benchmarking. This is in USA. You can see the University of Texas and also the Brook University, Stony Brook, State University of New York. And also you can see many universities are ranked under us in this aspect of quality education. So this is what I'm telling you. We need to benchmark ourselves with other universities to stay where we stand. And also, this is in UK, Hartfield University, and you can see Aberdeen, University of Aberdeen is a good university. Winchester University is a good one. East London is also equally a very good university. London South Bank University, University of Hull. You can see all these British universities are really good ones. And you can see this name is also among that good name being in Malaysia. Being in Malaysia. Don't forget, this Times ranking is done by an organization, institution is located where? In western part of the country, western part of the world. See for yourself. Go and check on the web. This is in Australia, Edith Crown University, well known. Newcastle, well known. Catholic University, well known. Victoria University, well known. Charles Stewart, well known. Deakin is already known. Queensland University, well, I also have studied. Known university. Look at this. We are among these universities. This is what we call international benchmark. And then we go to benchmark ourselves in Sri Lankan context. QS ranking. Some of you are asking this question. Now in QS, I would like to just share this information with you. You must also worry to see what are the universities ranked by the QS in Sri Lanka 2021. University of Peradeniya 221, conventional state-owned university. University of Colombo 291,300, University of Jaffna for the first time 401,450. 401,450, University of Moratuwa, University of Sri Jayawardenepura 451,500. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 state universities listed under the QS 2021 Asian ranking. You can see in Asia, anything below 500 is really, really good. I don't have to tell you that. In Asia, you know how many universities are there? I think in China itself, there are about 3,000 universities. India has about 1,000. So China and India only 4,000. That includes state, private, everything. So imagine we have Hong Kong, we have Japan, so many. We have Singapore, South Korea, Pakistan, Nepal, all put together. Anything below 500 is good. I would not say that, right? So let's have a look at Lincoln. 351,400 in QS. Because this is where we were listed last year. You can go and look at the history. We had never participated in QS. This is the first time we participated for the QS. We were put 351 immediately. Because no sooner a university enters the QS ranking, they will not be listed. They will not be given a number. Those who know about this ranking, they know it takes time. And also, once you participate for ranking, not easy to list your name and not easy to be within 500 in Asia. Very difficult. You can see these state-owned universities all are state-owned, and they have been in the business. They have been providing degrees, awarding degrees for the last 50 years. University of Peradeniya, Colombo University, both these universities are very old, and these Moratuwa University and Jayawardhanapura and Jaffna, these were added in recent times. You can see these recent times added universities, they have this ranking really about 400. So we are somewhere near Colombo University. That's good for the first time. I don't see anything wrong there, right? And then if you look at the university ranking in Malaysia, we are 351 in QS ranking. I was previously talking about the Times ranking. You would like to see what are the universities in Times ranking in Sri Lanka for the benefit of you. We have University of Moratuwa, 301,400. University of Peradeniya, 401,600. University of Colombo, 601,800. This is for Times ranking for quality education. Because Times ranking is purely based on the quality education is based on the sustainable development goals of United Nations. So still we have one university, basically two universities under 500, that is Peradeniya and Moratuwa, and Colombo University is slightly around 600, but they will improve. University of Peradeniya and Colombo will improve in my opinion. In Malaysia, I have already showed the Lincoln Times ranking. We are in 35. And this is how one of the science faculty looks like. Just I have to show you buildings only. So main three campuses, one we have Wisma, other one we have Pranajaya, and other Kota Baru is the medical campus. And these are some pictures, because I have nothing much to show you, because some of the pictures of our facilities. Anatomy labs, cyberanatomy labs, museums, again, histopathology, biochemistry, pharmacy, simulation, dental simulation, clinical labs, engineering labs, aerospace engineering, electrical, electronics, mechanical, multimedia, and accommodation. For social science students, all I have to show is classrooms and accommodations only. We have fairly good accommodation for students, for foreign students and faculties. And we have our own vehicle fleet, which carries our staff members and students in campus. And also we have two convocations, international, one in February in Malaysia and one in September in Malaysia. Two international convocations where our students can participate for graduations. They are entitled to participate one of those convocations. And also the students who are unable to go to Malaysia, we have always a local general convocation in Sri Lanka. And you could see this was the last year convocation. We invited the High Commissioner of Malaysia, His Excellency, and the Secretary at that point, and 20 odd Senate members participated our convocation. These are the pictures, right? And for the benefit of those someone's asking questions, how do we contact Sri Lanka Foundation? I was told that some of you have been sent a mail which you have to reply. If you check your mailbox, you will have inquiries, you will have the mail. Then all you have to do is reply that mail that contains the information what you have requested. And those who have not got any mails, or not who are registered, or do not have any information about the particular program that you are requesting, you can always WhatsApp your email ID to the phone number which is on the screen. You can apply this WhatsApp your ID, email ID, so that they will send you the information that you want. And reply to the received mail. Most of you have received a mail, you can reply. Or fill up the online form which is on a message box. Mr. Uday, I would like again, to just, I saw that link which disappeared, I guess. Wow, I'll just try to find this link and apply once again. Yes, I think most of the questions except one or two questions that I have to answer. Okay, many of you have typed a lot of questions, and I think that most of you have got answers for what you have asked. Right. So there are a few questions. Let me answer those questions while let me keep the screen on. I think you have taken this number so that you can text. Well, looking at the screen, I did my master's in business management and I'm interested in doing PhD in education. Will it be possible without a first class degree? No, we don't insist of first or second class degrees. And we don't see that your previous bachelor's, we need your bachelor's degree, we need your master's degree, but we are not specific that you should embark in the same discipline. If you are done your business master's and a bachelor's master's, your education PhD is possible. Education management is possible in your PhD, right? Good morning, disturbing the panel. Thanks for creating this opportunity. We have passed this link to register. Do we have to get Malaysia at any point? We can complete. Yes, we have organized this PhD with all the seminars, the defense and everything can be organized here. And if the time permits, time in the sense if the nature permits, if the COVID permits, we are also planning some kind of exposure to the students to take them to Malaysia for some kind of workshop or study tour. We have done this with students, many students, but unfortunate that we can't share our lovely resources with you with this pandemic, but everything could be organized in Sri Lanka at Sri Lanka Foundation. If there is a direct contact, we can link with you, communicate. We have sent communication 3 weeks back and still waiting for the university response. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Please talk to this number. Please talk to this number. If you haven't got any reply by any chance, please talk to this number. And also, if you have filled the application, then those who have requested information and they have got information, you would have asked to submit some of your documents. If you do not submit your required documents, they will not entertain your application. They will ask for some information from you, basically a photocopy of your degree certificate, transcript, master's degree certificate, transcript, something like that. Some basic information to screen your eligibility. If you have given that, we are really sorry. We do accept our apologies if you have not heard from us, but for sure, please try to contact this number. If not, please contact me, that I will help you. Can we do PhD in data mining area in computer science? Yes, we have PhD in computer science. You can specialize in data mining. You can conduct your research in that area. But your PhD will be PhD in computer science. Lincoln has started the franchise name. That means most like the tricky thing. We should know which Lincoln emblem are we dealing with. You are dealing with the original Lincoln emblem. You can see the picture and you can see the name itself. It is original. Do you offer DBA? Sri Lanka Foundation does not offer DBA. There are other institutions who offer our DBA program. You can check. He's talking about Lincoln University, but not the Lincoln University College. Okay, Lincoln University College, we have kept the name from the inception itself, but we are a university. You can see that the college name is preferred by the Senate because we cater all type of students. Because the norm of Lincoln, education for all. And you could see that our campuses are scattered all around the place. And we offer, starting from the very certificate level program up to PhD in health sciences. That includes medical as well. So you know, it's a full-fledged university, college, or what do you call? It's not easy for an engineering council, for a medical council to recognize any university anywhere in the world. If the medical council and the engineering council has recognized that university and approved that university in that particular country, that's, you know how difficult it is our medical council to approve one of those our universities in Sri Lanka. And recently, a private university was abolished by the medical council influence and the public as well. So you know it's not easy. So therefore, I would not, this question was raised by Muhammad Fazal. Mr. Fazal, I hope that you got the answer. Are we getting laboratory facilities for biotechnology PhD? Yes, you can. That you have to discuss. Any possibility for PhD in law? I'm sorry, we don't have law, because law PhD is not designed in Malaysia, which does not suit our context. Please explain the difference between the college and the university. Well, the college is a place we have messed up with the college. I'd like to add some words here. The college is a place where students get undergraduate degrees actually. In our country, we have messed up with this name ever since we were colonized. Because you see, in foreign counterparts, the name college is used for higher studies. School is used for education purpose. In our country, we have a mess. We have a mess. Usually in foreign countries, people say you are going to a college, that means you have a college degree. You have a college degree. When the name university comes, that means you are looking at research degrees. In India, you have a lot of university colleges affiliated to a university. You see, Bangalore University College is affiliated to Bangalore University. Here we have the college and university both together. That's it. So please go and have a look at it. I know that you all are, scholarly people. So just go and look at these, dig a little bit and find out. Right? There's another question called some answer to everyone. Can you give world ranking and compare with Sri Lankan universities, possible examples from a UK, Australia university? I have done it already in my presentation. Can you please text full name, designation, and your email For future communication, we have done it. After PP, not clear about the relationship between Lincoln University and Lincoln University College. Again, it's answered. College, university, college recognized, not Lincoln University is missing. What is this? Okay. Lincoln University College UGC recognized, yes. Do you have a pub? If you go and answer, if you go and look at our mail, it has all this information. The mail which is sent to you, or just WhatsApp your ID, you will get. Do you have public health? Yes, we have public health PhD. How is the local and foreign recognition? We are recognized globally. As you can see, QS ranking, yes, you are correct. We are 351. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Research, yes, we have. Public health. Engineering, we have. I want to join UK International University. Will this PhD valid? Yes, of course. We have foreign faculties. We have students working in foreign universities. Why not? I am free to viewing buzz when you can, waiting for you. Right. That's something personal message. Could you please grant money relief for the total course in the corona pandemic? Okay, I would like to tell the students, Sri Lanka Foundation is doing a great job as far as the financial consideration is concerned. And the university has given Sri Lanka Foundation the liberty of an affordable payment structure, along with the great support. Sri Lanka Foundation being the state-owned institution, your PhD is 50% less than the original cost in Malaysia. That itself gives you an understand. You can check. You can check. Lincoln University UGC recognized, yes. What is the recognition in the world? Example, UK. It's nothing. You could see we are almost among the best UK universities ranked. Lincoln University UGC recognized, yes, my dear friends. UGC is recognized. If you have not received information, please text to this email, this phone number, WhatsApp. Text WhatsApp. You will get. Is a PhD related fashion or textile design? I can't remember. We need to check. There are a lot. Please do call. Explain what do you talk. Okay, that is explained. Well, okay. What is this other question? I would like to do PhD in survey engineering. Yes, you can. I can do PhD in. I can get a PhD supervisor from Sri Lanka and continue the degree at Lincoln. Yes, you can do that. I'm currently living in Maldives. Are there any online PhDs? Yeah, you can do this PhD because it's by research from Maldives. You can do, but only thing is once or twice you might have to travel up and down to Sri Lanka. Sometimes for presentation, not during the COVID. If COVID is not there, if COVID is there, you are lucky, my dear friend. Whoever is asking this question, you are lucky. I think it's one of our Sri Lankan is stuck over there. Shanika Fernando. Shanika, I think you are stuck in Maldives. I know that you are living in Maldives at the moment and you are stuck there. No problem, you can start this program. What would be the cost of PhD mathematics and total time duration? Usually our minimum time duration is 3 years and the maximum time duration is 5 years. If there is any PhD in education, how long will it take? 3 to 5 years, minimum 3, maximum 5. Because we have to remember, this question is raised by Anand, A-N-A-N-D, Anand, I guess. Mr. Anand, this is the question is this. Now, this is a research-based PhD. It all depends on the phase of the student, how they are taking the coursework, how they are completing the research work. The university has no reason to delay. If there is any delay, we are monitoring it. Strictly monitored by a systematic system. So our education PhD we have. Are any PhD programs for teachers? Yes, you have education, PhD in education, PhD in English, MSc, MIT, yes, PhD in IT as well. Can I do PhD from Sri Lanka? Do I migrate to Malaysia? No, you don't need to go to Malaysia. If you go to Malaysia, my dear friend, this is Casin Pereira. Only thing is it will cost you more, that's all. Same degree, same qualification, same quality. Will it be the total cost of combination program? Does it varies based on the selected stream? Yes, there is a little bit of variation selected on the stream because some of these lab-based research and some of the research programs are a little costly because the consumables are costly. You know that. I have completed my master's and looking for PhD program. Are there any education PhD, management or ESL? We have management and also we have ESL in education. Please arrange a standard MSc clinical psychology and counseling program. We do have a psychology program in master's and PhD. With the PhD certificate, can I join the state university as a lecturer in world recognized university? Yes, we have some of the students who have completed our PhD with state university. Most of the lecturers and my colleagues, I also graduated from a state university initially. Some of the colleagues most of my colleagues, 90% of my colleagues, they haven't done their PhD in Sri Lanka. Check. They have done it somewhere else. Is there the PhD program in mathematics? We don't have direct mathematics, but we have education. You can specialize in mathematics. If there is any problem with Lincoln PhD recognition in Sri Lanka, if there is any problem, we don't have any problems. What are the PhD offering areas? There are PhD areas in computer science and statistics. Yes, we have computer science. Would be highly appreciated that if you could share info on availability of PhD in English language linguistics under the criteria. Yes, we have. This is for Mr. Dhammika. We have SLFI PR officer's number. I have given this number. Is Lincoln University College? Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, I'll stop my share. Okay, if is the PhD thesis in the completion with SLQF exit level 12? Yes, I think. I'm not sure. I need to check that. I think yes. Will you arrange to follow MA translation? MA in translation studies. I'm sorry, we don't have that program. Translation, we don't have. In my chat, I typed after. No. Question in Lincoln University College. What is the difference between university and the college? Yes, I have answered that. Please arrange standard MSc clinical psychology counseling program. Yes. Can you please share the contact number of the key people at SLFI? You can go to the website of SLFI. You will find contact details of all the key people over there. Dear sir, PhD psychology program is not listed in the MQR. I think this student who had replied accept this program. Okay. International psychology bodies, yes. Now this I would like to answer this program directly on public. Some of the programs which has been accredited and which has been approved in recent times, which is not still listed under MQR, that is Malaysian Qualification Registry, but all the programs which is offered by the university is being approved by the Higher Education Ministry of Malaysia. Takes little time the program to be get listed in the Malaysian Qualification Agency. The easy way is to go to the website. At the end of the program, you find a reference number. That reference number is the number given when the program is being accredited. The program is program has been approved to the university. Okay, I think I answered many questions. I think I answered almost all the questions. I am afraid I didn't leave anything for Dr. Vijayaran.
May I ask question?
Yes, please.
I am a lawyer, practicing lawyer, and also in addition the academic side as well. I did my LLM as well, and I wanted to do a PhD in law. If there's any opportunity at your university, please.
No, may I ask your good self, are you an academic or a practicing lawyer or both?
Yeah, I do both. I do both. Yeah.
Okay. We don't have law as PhD because the context, you know that the context of law is not available with us. But you could choose something in the area of, if you like, in terms of education management, in terms of how to the pedagogy of law. You can do research in that area, but your title will be education, not law. If you are in academic, but I don't know how it will in judicial practice. I don't think it's necessary, but it will not help you. But in other terms, being an academic, a blended qualification would be an added advantage rather than having, I mean, bachelor's and master's in the same discipline, and PhD, if it is slightly in a different parameter, would be an added value for your career. You can just think about it, but I'm sorry, we don't directly have PhD in law.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. If there any possibility to get in future, at least.
No, we don't have.
Okay. In the meantime, without doing without doing the education, if there's any possibility to do with the management side,
you can do
my
management.
Research can be
can be
I can do
focused
management,
on,
but I can connecting with the law and the management, something like area.
Yeah, you can
any possibility.
You can choose because I can give you some insight, because I had a student who was doing a master's degree who has an LLB degree. He's doing, I'm supervising him.
Yeah.
He's doing his master's research on finance inverse remittance, law enforced on inverse remittance for finance. So you can cover one of these areas in management area. How the law is applied in these areas, that you can cover.
Right. You're right.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I just want to ask one question. I completed a bachelor's and master's, as well as I'm working as a semi-government under the Fisheries Ministry. And I know that Sri Lankan Foundation under the government sector, like a semi or something. Is there any scholarship possibility for us?
It all depends. Like we have given a subsidiary fee, usual 50% off from the original fee from the Malaysian counterpart for Sri Lanka Foundation. So further scholarship learning, I know some of those government, we could provide you credentials and documentations to seek for funding from your institution or from the government if you are pursuing, or some of them have done it.
Yeah.
So have provision in your ministry.
Yeah, to whom I have to contact regarding this document to be collected from your side?
So that you have to first check any funding availability at your institution. Fisheries, you said your good self is attached to Fisheries Department. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you have to check with the HR, head of HR, or someone else that's saying that you are try to pursue a PhD. Some kind of a siphon or partial, reimbursement can be done by the government. So we can provide documents for the same.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I completed my MSc and BSc related to the MIS. Do you
management information system? Okay.
Do you have conduct any database management systems?
No, basically your IT will have to be the PhD will be in IT. It has to be information technology, but carrying out the research, you have the flexibility to carry out research in any desired area. It's data mining or data sciences or artificial intelligence, is up to you. But the title of the PhD will be computer science.
Yeah. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Kashin Pereira.
Yes.
Yes, I am working at University of Murutua as an instructor. I have done mathematics education masters at University of Colombo, but I want to do a PhD in mathematics.
I'm sorry. Directly under the name of mathematics tag, we don't have.
There is a problem, no?
Yes, under the tag of mathematics, we don't have. What many of them do, they do their PhD in education and specialize in the mathematical area. That they do.
That's the problem. Thank you.
Yeah, that's directly mathematics is too associated with academic, so you will have to seek this PhDs. Just for your knowledge, you can check some Indian universities; they are cost effective, and also you can check some Malaysian, very few universities, but there are some in UK and US are a little costly. That's the thing.
Can I do a PhD through online method? No. Yes.
Online these days we are doing a lot of things online, but
Yes.
usually we had this kind of meeting with supervisors and all these things. Now it is happening through Skype and WhatsApp and Viber and this Zoom and all. Physically they don't meet, but usually we had 2 seminars where students was compulsory to attend to Malaysia those days, but now even that Senate has relaxed that rule. Those we used to send some people from there, a couple of academics to do the Viva
online.
Yeah, online, or now they do it. You can do it as Sri Lanka Foundation. We can set up that environment for defense, proposal defense and all.
We can do by online also, no?
Can do also online.
Yes, but there are no mathematics PhDs. That's the problem.
No mathematics. We don't have directly under the tag of mathematics. We don't have.
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry about that. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
sir. I actually wanted to know whether like SLQF level, because I'm just worried about it. SLQF level 12. The PhD program is in par with that level.
Yes, because it has to be in par with PhD, because SLQF level 12, because all our MQA qualifications are aligned with the USA standards and also the British. So therefore, even Sri Lankan SLQF standards are in par with Malaysian MQA. It's high standard. So basically, the levels are much higher. Usually, the levels are the same, because usually their degree, for your information, a bachelor's master's degree there is level 8 like ours, and level 9 and 10 MPhil. They don't have an MPhil here. It's level 10, I think. The PhD is that level 10 PhD here.
It's 12, sir. It's level
12.
Yeah.
12. So what is master's? Is that
master's? It's I think 10, 11. MPhil is 10, 11, then 12. Because I'm worried about this, especially because
as
for my
your good name is Shanika, right?
Jayoga. No, I'm Jayoga.
Jayoga, for your information, please go once again and check the SLQF framework. According to my knowledge, level 6 is honors degree in Sri Lankan standards, I'm telling you. Level 7 is 1-year master's. Level 8 is master's with research in Sri Lanka. Level 9 is MPhil. Some universities offer MPhil. Level 10 is PhD.
No,
okay.
it's actually level 10 is masters.
Level 10.
Yeah, postgraduate certificate is level 7. Postgraduate diploma is level 8.
Okay. They have broken that postgraduate certificate, diploma, likewise, right? Okay. So, but what matters is like the whatever there is a postgraduate certificate, postgraduate diploma, and then masters. These are all below masters, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are all below masters.
Yes.
Okay. What is the master's level then? Is it 7 or 8?
Level 10.
Masters is 10. Let me have a quick.
SLQF, it is 10.
Okay, let's just have a look at this for all the benefits.
I'm a little bit worried about this because
no. A PhD is the highest level of declaration. So we have, so whatever the level, it has to be there, because we don't take students from we need to have students from masters and PhD, master's and bachelor's both qualification. So obviously, I think, yeah, I'm just looking at the web while talking to you. I can share the screen. I wonder if I can share this over with you.
I pasted the link if it helps.
All right. So the level 10 is PhD, SLQM, Sri Lanka Qualification Framework. Level 1 certificate, level 2, it says some advanced diploma, level 3, high diploma, level 4, bachelor's, level 5, bachelor's honors, level 6, PGD, level 7, master's, 8, level 8, MPhil, level 9, PhD, level 10. I got this document. This says, what is this document?
You're looking at the 2013 classification.
Yeah, that is the old one. You're taking
old
the old
one. The new one has 12. Doctoral philosophy, MD. Yes, I think this is in par with level 12. Earlier we were 10. Because our qualification, master's level, master's by coursework is level 8 in Malaysia. Here it's level 9 because basically. What matters is the number of credits here, which is offered at the master's. So our masters are level 9. So obviously our PhD has to be level 12. I'm not sure about 100% sure, but the highest declaration qualification in Malaysian framework is PhD, and our PhD is in par with that, and it cannot be lower than 12 here, if that is so. If that calculation is done, we are there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Because I'm at the moment attached to a government university. For my confirmation, I need to know this.
Because obviously you will obviously they will not deny, because once you do 2 publications in Q3 level Scopus index and 2 conferences, your PhD is more recognized like any other institutions.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Samantha. So I was having thank you very much for your presentation, and I was discussing with Dr. Uday for a long time, and I would like to know, it not listed the public health in the course content. Is it possible to do a PhD on public health?
We do have public health. Initially, the public health was not listed. Actually, it was only social science, but later on we have added public health under Sri Lanka Foundation.
And I'm really interested in epidemiology and on the statistics and data mining, data sciences. So is it on the public health side, or is it going for the computer side?
It's partial. If you take data sciences, it can be everywhere. Like, it can be either public health, it can be management, or it can be computer science. Nowadays, because data sciences is something really new and really interesting subject. And statistics is also everywhere. It's all everywhere. It's all everywhere.
I put that questions, the recognitions of the UK level. So so because the UK, when we apply for a academic, they are very particular about the qualification. Will this be a valid PhD for them?
Yes, because the UK, there is a standardizing organization called now those days it was NARIC or something. Now I don't know. It's NIRAC. They only standardize the NARIC.
Yeah, NARIC.
They recognize our qualification and they place at the highest level. The PhD doctoral qualification is placed at the highest level.
Yeah, and sorry, I Googled the THE ranking. This 35 is it the overall or just?
It's
just
under the quality education.
Quality education.
Yes.
So I search for the link, so it's not ranked. When it's come to whole ranking, what is the position?
I'm not sure. I didn't check. We usually go by quality education. I have to check.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Shanika from Maldives, and when I was in Sri Lanka, I had a discussion with Dr. Uday Bandar about my PhD, and suddenly I had to take this offer. And in my job, I have to be in Maldives for 6 months, then Malaysia and Singapore. So actually, I want to with my PhD. Now, you told that if I start, I have to come to Sri Lanka for some presentations. Then what is what's your advice for me when I start? But
Oh,
with this year's contract, my job is
okay. Okay. The beauty of this is COVID. It has allowed you to get in touch with all these academic work online. It is the beauty part of this COVID. The other component is, since you are traveling to Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Malaysia, except Maldives, you have access to Sri Lanka and Malaysia, you are safe. So we can, if you want. But nowadays, mostly the supervisors and these defense proposals and all these things are done online nowadays. So physical presence is not a must. But what I told, in case for identification of some reason, if you have been told, if you have summoned yourself one given day, you might have to present yourself, at least to see who you are, for them to get themselves verified by the candidates. Because this online thing, we just blankly look at the certificate, we get confirmation from institutions where you have learned, but generally speaking, the problem is really we do not know who this person in person, we don't know, right? So therefore, that is why at least we try to get the students at least for 1 or 2 presentations, but that is not mandatory. Based on your portfolio and based on your work, that you could get exposed yourself by producing the credentials.
Okay, so thank you very much. When is your next intake for PhD?
These days there is an intake. The May intake has been extended up to July.
Okay, right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. I have PhD from Columbia University, also Master from Canterbury Christchurch University. Am I
Canterbury
eligible for-
Christchurch?
Yes.
Okay. What you can do, can you please, if you have applied, can you send your degree certificates and transcripts? Let them evaluate and get back to you, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Also, I want to know the first payment, please.
That you might have to check with them. I'm not sure. It differs from program to program and your eligibility and all.
Yeah. Can I follow PhD in HR?
What is your postgraduate qualification and what is your master's qualification? It's in HR.
PhD is related to HR. Also, the master's is related to business.
PGD is on?
PGD related to HR. Numeracy.
Is it from a state university?
Yeah, from Columbia University.
Okay, please apply yourself and let them get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to know how we get the access to databases in reading for.
Okay, we have a comprehensive library with access to journal articles and all, which you will be given. That is called LLS, Lincoln Learning System. It's an online platform where you have online library which has millions of books and journals. So you will have access to it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And you will be given a official email ID from the university, which you can subscribe. We are subscribed with many journals, so you can have access to those.
Okay, thank you.
Do they give access to Medline or with in the library?
Well, I'm not particularly sure about
databases.
Yeah, databases. There are many listed down there. You could see. I saw about 10-15. I was like quite a lot, so you can check depending on the subject area.
Yeah, since there are, this is the public health is wide area. Is it
yes,
possible?
I know. There are clinical keys. I know.
Yeah. So is it possible to get some one-to-one discussion and guidance? Which area to be selected? Do I have to register first or before that, or is it possible to get before the registration?
What you can do is, initially there is some kind of a document which they will send you, right, which has to suggest your topics that you are planning and synopsis of what you are planning to pursue as a research. So based on that, they will advise what to be done.
Okay, thank you very much.
They will help you from there onwards, whether fine tuning or shaping up with this, they will help you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Doctor, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, are there an opportunity to follow the physical education in PhD?
Oh, physical education. We don't have sports sciences. We have physiotherapy, not sports sciences. I think this falls under the category of sports sciences.
Yeah, physical education, I think, come under the umbrella of education, no?
Education we have, you can specialize in physical, physical, what do you call this, physical education. But if you are looking for direct name tag of sports science, we don't have. May I ask you a question? What are you presently attached to? What institution, or what is your profession, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I am working as a lecturer in Government State University.
In the area of?
Sports.
That's what I was telling, sports science. But if education suits you, you can do your research area in some kind of physical, this sports science area. Your research can be focused in that area, but your name tag will carry the PhD in education.
Finally, Doctor of Education.
Doctor of Education. PhD in education, Doctor of Education.
Yeah, can you please say, I have one few questions. How this is the 3-year program? How much we want to pay for the course, PhD program?
I'm sorry that you can, just WhatsApp your email ID to the number that I gave, that which is displayed on the screen, and they will provide you the information, please.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Chamira, and I received the mail that I have been selected for the PhD and done the initial deposit as well. May I know when this is going to be started?
End of this month.
All right, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Dhamnikan. Yeah, I am from Government Ministry. Are there any possibility to get the, bank loans in order to follow these PhD programs?
Well, no, nowadays, I think if ma'am is there, she is the best person to answer, the chairperson. I wonder whether she's there or what. But yes, we can give you some documents pertaining that you are a student and you are registered for PhD and your cost is this much. Based on that, some of the state banks, they have 1 or 2% in terms of interest. They have subsidized 1 or 2% for education. Other than that, there is no great opportunity like, grace period and all given for PhDs in terms of loans.
I thought
but
that, I'm sorry. Are there any memorandum of understanding?
There are with some state universities that is for undergraduate studies and not for postgraduate studies.
Okay, sir.
So, Mr. Roshan, we have a MOU with NSB.
Yeah.
Yes, if he want, he can proceed the documents to the NSB.
Yes.
He can apply.
Yes, that is what I told. There will be little concession given in interest.
Okay.
Other than that, not the great benefit that an undergraduate student is getting nowadays.
There is a loan scheme. We have signed an MOU with the NSB.
Yeah, there is a loan scheme.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And is there a time period, minimum time period or maximum time period for the for your university?
Yeah, we say it's 3 years minimum and maximum 6 years, depending on the research that has been carried out by the student. I know this is a good question. May I know who is asking this question, please?
I'm Samantha again.
Yeah, Mr. Samantha, to be honest with you, with 2 Q3 level publication, our students cannot finish before that. The review itself takes about 2 years.
Okay.
So anyone who wants to complete in 2 years, if they are really smart, we are not objecting the student.
Yes.
We are not objecting. Okay.
Yes, and the publication fee we have to bear. Is that correct?
Publication, we have a really subsidized fee. A small fee is involved that the student has to pay that, but not with the original fee what you check with Scopus journals.
Yeah, because
it's 1/4 of the fee.
Yeah,
I know
it's
I know it's expensive.
Yeah, it's
I know it's
expensive. It's about 2,000 to 3,000 US dollars.
Yes, yeah, we have understanding at with Scopus and Springer. So basically, they have given us a good price for our students. It's a subsidized price, really subsidized price.
Okay, thank you.
I know it's about even if you go through the its actual price is about $1,000 actually. Most of this in between middleman is making a lot of money. This journal has become a big business nowadays. Not the journal, the process of the journal has become a big business, because this journal is the benchmark for international benchmarking of university ranking, starting from there onwards with your own credentials and all. Like, many universities and professional institutions nowadays, they are looking for publication. They want to see your name listed as a Google Scholar under Scopus Index journals. That's
Yeah,
the reason.
they look for the high index journal publications.
High index journal publications, yes, nowadays, because this, every Tom and, to be honest with you, all these Tom and Dick and Harrys now they have PhDs. that is why it has boiled down to the situation. When we were doing our masters back there, and I can remember back in 2014-15, I was doing my master. It was a real challenge for 2 years. Now it's become, I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Anything else, please? Doctor, would you like to add something?
I think everything is okay, no?
Most of the things I covered.
Yes, yes. If there is anything, we can attend the matter. Nearly 2 hours we are here.
Excuse me, may I know when is your next intake, please?
End of this month, yeah.
Before end of this month, we can submit our applications, no?
Sure. You have to submit the application and all the relevant documents.
Okay. If I contact you, doc,
I think it is the best thing is you have to apply the course with our registration form.
Yeah,
okay.
after this intake, will there be another intake this year?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay, how we can get the application forms and all? Do you want to download or?
I think already our public relation officer have sent the application, Google form. Please submit the Google form.
Okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have 1 year master course about political science or international relationship?
Masters?
Yeah, masters about political science or international relations. 1 year master course do you have?
Yes, we have.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
In fact, I am a matured person, 60 plus, but I have got 2 master's qualification.
Yeah.
It was a dream for me to have a PhD, but I couldn't. But now I am interested in doing this. Will there be a barrier?
Yeah. Age is not the barrier. You can follow.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there anything to know?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Mr. Anuruddha. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an MSc in GIS, right?
Yeah.
So my profession is in IT field.
Yeah.
But I want to do the PhD program under IT or GIS. Can I select one of them?
You can select IT.
GIS not available, right?
Not available.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Yes, I speak.
Yeah, Chandana.
Yes, Chandana.
So doctor, yeah, doctor, what I have to clarify is now I did my master's in management.
Yeah,
So now I am interested in doing my PhD in education stream.
sure.
Will it be possible?
Yes, possible. You can.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you. Doctor.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
I need to know whether there's a PhD program in linguistics available at the moment.
Linguistic,
We have-
not available. Not available.
We have English.
Only English. Only English.
Only English.
We have
thank
English, not linguistics.
you. Right. Thank you very much.
There's a question from Ms. Biancani. So when is the next intake for Master of Arts in TESOL education? We have this intake nowadays, I think. You can click that application and fill. Okay.
I think, Mr. Roshan, it is time to wind up.
Yes, I think we have answered many questions. Please copy this link and keep it with you and the number. Thank you very much for all the folks who have joined us in a busy schedule, especially on a holiday. Appreciate and hope that we have satisfied you with all kind of questions and answers that we have given you. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Dr. Vijayaratna.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Udaya, for organizing this wonderful forum. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you very much, sir.
Stay safe. I go.
Stay safe.
Hi, Bonds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
you,
you,
sir, and Dr.
sir.
Vijayaratna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.